Hi Line family, I'm AJ from Vancouver, Canada, and I'm getting ready for the Vegas Dance Explosion, which is coming up in November. And I thought I needed a YouTube accountability partner, so that's you guys, to actually do a little bit of homework before the event comes up. But in the meantime, I'm on vacation, and I know it's going to sneak up on me where I won't get a chance to review dances. So here I am on vacation. It's a trip of a lifetime with Norm, and we're at the Chobe Game Lodge in Chobe National Park, Botswana. We're about to head out to go to our next stop. So far we've been on safari for the last couple of days. It's been the beginning, and we've already seen, let me see, lions, giraffes. Today we saw some hippos fighting, so it was pretty awesome. But anyways, yesterday I posted my first video, and I'm hoping that if you're getting ready for Vegas, or even if you can't make it to Vegas, it's a great chance to review some of these classics. So even before I attempt to learn some of the top 10 new dances out there, I'm going to start with the classics. So yesterday was Philip Sobriello. I posted on Facebook, and I have a YouTube video where I'm talking about it. So please, I welcome comments on Carol Craven's newsletter where I posted something on Facebook, and people have put some of what their picks are, and it's always great because you go, oh yeah, I should learn that one too. Like, you forget about things. And with Philip Sobriello's, someone else reminded me of clap snap. I haven't done clap snap for a while, so check that post out. I'll include a link in the video. But today we cover Amy Glass Bailey. Oh my gosh. Amy, I consider our local girl. I say local because even though she never lived in Vancouver, Canada, she was close enough by in the Pacific Northwest, so I'd like to claim her as our own. And oh my gosh, Amy is very near and dear to my heart because some people who've been line dancing like way longer than I have will remember the day when Rachel started out. Well, I came onto line dance after that, when Amy was just starting out. So we'll cover Amy Glass Bailey because of that. So Amy, I feel like our group knew Amy when she started out, and I remember her at one of her first big teaches at the Vegas Dance Explosion, and her teach was Don't. And Amy, I love you. I think her first teach was a little bit rocky, but pretty good, like awesome. And as always, killed it with the choreography. But I also remember I didn't quite learn it well enough, not because of Amy, but because I was still, getting my chops with line dance. And so I remember and I also danced big, and I definitely was dancing way bigger than the space allowed. And I nearly wiped out a woman on, I don't even know what the move is, so I can't wait to review this dance because I think Louis might have even called me out on the floor for nearly wiping someone else on the floor. So not Amy's fault, entirely my own fault. So number one on my to review list is Don't. And Amy, can you believe this? Over 10 years old. That is from 2014. It's a 32 count 4-wall intermediate dance. And, love Amy, just wonderful, clever, just totally goes with the Ed Sheeran song. And some of those dances you think will never go away, and then you try and you go, oh, oops, I need to practice that. So Don't is on the list. Number two, this is a keeper. It has never left my body, and I'm going to thank Rona K for this. The dance is Stitches. Stitches, 32 count dance, and that came out September 2015. And I thank Rona for getting it into my body because I learned Stitches. If you ever meet Rona K from back east, Rona has a local class. I don't know if you still have it, Rona, but Rona lives in New York, just off Central Park. And when I met her, she said, anytime you're in New York, stop by my class. I actually was someone that showed up. And then she said, oh no, I just have like improver level number. I was like, no, I wanna see what your class is like. Let me tell you, Rona K is a master at teaching. So if you ever get a chance to see Rona in action, awesome. I would say top instructors that can really break down a dance, amazing. Rona K. John Robinson, and the Queen, Joe Thompson Szymanski. So stitches has never left my body. However, I'll probably give it a quick review just in case. Number 3 is from October 2015, co-choreographed with Darren Bailey. It's Confident. Ugh, I do feel awesome when I do Confident. So I'm hoping that will easily come back. That's a 64 count, 4-wall, phrased intermediate dance. Number 4 is, and you can almost guess what this is going to be if I tell you it's Contra. And it was co-choreographed with Will Craig, and it's June 2013. So you think I'd have like, well, all of us would have had a dozen years to get this down. But no, always flub it up. And I always don't get a chance to practice it because you need that extra partner. So when I see people at events trying to do this dance and I haven't reviewed it, I still run out and try to fake it. So I often say to people, I guess I can't swear on this channel, but I always say much SHTTYB. I'm not a great B. And it was hilarious. I can't remember what event we just went to, but Sheba was there, and I think Sheba thought she was an A, but I think she turns out to be a B. And she was dancing the whole thing, and she didn't realize till afterwards that she was a B. So that's hilarious. I still don't have the wax on, wax off, and the seatbelt part correctly. So when I get to that part, not so great. I think I've only danced it pretty well one time when Amy was right beside me at an event that she was at here, hosted by our local instructor when she came to Abbotsford, because I studied to make sure. And I blame Will Craig for not getting this dance down perfectly, because I bought the instructional DVD that year that they were in Vegas teaching it. And it was a tough teach because, you know, you got to teach both sides. You only have a limited amount of time. Bought the DVD. DVD didn't work, so I had to wait a whole other year before I could get the instructional DVD. And even that, there aren't quite a lot of videos that show that back view. So I'm going to tackle it. I'm going to get it down to do you proud, Amy and Will. So that's a 64 count, 2-wall, intermediate advanced contra dance, well worth spending some time. And you know, I had no idea that Amy was a co-choreographer on this dance. It's Shady, from December 2018. Wait, I take that back. I should know this because Amy taught or reviewed this dance here at, I want to say it's Emerald City Hoedown or Sweethearts. It was probably Sweethearts. 32 count, 2-wall intermediate dance. And funky, thank you, Fred and Darren, for that co-choreograph. Love, 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 love that dance, and that always easily comes back. And I was going to keep for most of these choreographers like a top 3 or top 5, but it's hard with Amy because she's got so many fabulous dances. So I'm going to put in my bonus practice. And you know how you see when you go to events, people have these, they have these things on they'll have like their homework list, and you'll see green, yellow, in terms of how much they have to practice. This is going to be like yellow, almost red for me. I do need to practice this. And I'm going to thank Bridget for teaching this to our group, and that's Portland Shaw. That's from April 2022, co-choreographed with Dustin Betts, JP Maj, Jose, Simon, Niels. It's a 64 count, 2-wall, low advanced cha-cha. Brilliant, goes so well to the music. Will it come back? I'm pretty sure that'll come back, but it's not one that I can easily fake on the dance floor. And I haven't had a chance, because what time is it now? Oh, gonna dash off to a plane soon. But it is, I didn't have a chance to check Stacy and Carol Craven's list of top dances that are being done at events. I'm gonna walk around here. Let's see if we can get some interesting background. I can show you the Chilbay River, hopefully, if I don't get too washed out. But a forgotten favorite that if it isn't being played at events, and maybe Betsy Currant, you can chime in, is this is a dance that we danced so much when it came out, and love, love, love it, is, do you remember Diggin'? So good. That's June 2018. 32 count, 4-wall intermediate dance. I don't remember it being particularly hard, but just a nice, lovely dance. So I'm hoping that's a forgotten favorite that we can bring it back. Look at Amy, I have a page 2 here. There's sort of some no-brainers. I don't dance it so much because I love watching everyone do it, but Ain't Misbehavin' from November 2015, Guyton and Joe. Some other runners-up and honorable mentions, and I don't think I'll get to learn this in time, Amy, but I love, love, love this dance. Oh, I gotta move into more light here. We learned this when Amy came to Abbotsford in 2000, says it was choreographed in 2019, Broken and Beautiful. And you'll have to ask Amy the story about this. I don't know if there's someone that she knows or someone in her family that's hearing impaired. So she included a little American Sign Language in that, the actual choreography. I don't see anything on Copper Knob that refers to it, but there is some American Sign Language for beautiful. So that's Broken and Beautiful. Always touches my heart when I see that. I never learned Moses, Roses, Toeses. I know that some people like that. Best Day Ever. And then I never bother learning Clap, Clap, Clap. I just stand on the sidelines, loving when people do it. And then I just do the clap, clap, clap part. I try to coax people to just clap. There are 2 gorgeous waltzes. I don't know if they're still being done on the floor. I'd like to bring back both, but one of them was co-choreographed with Darren Bailey, and it's called Let It Be Me. It's a gorgeous waltz, 4 walls, 48 count intermediate dance from 2015. I just love that. The other waltz, which I love, is Amy's Nothing Without You, and that's 2019. It's a 4-wall, low intermediate, 48 count, low intermediate waltz. And I like that because depending on who you're dancing with, especially if you're dancing it with Sheba, there is some sing-along karaoke parts. So if you've ever danced it with Sheba, you know what I mean. And I'd say the other current hit to learn, which I don't know if I'll get to it once I get through the classics, but I understand Portland Dance Floor is a new hot dance, and that's with the Dream Team, Dustin, JP Maj, Jose, Simon, and Niels, and that just came out this year at the Portland dance event. So hopefully I'll get to that. So if you have some Amy favorites that you're going to be dancing at the event, I hope that you will leave a comment on the end of this YouTube video if you have favorites, and also tell us why you think that they're worth learning. So whether you're coming to Vegas or you just want to practice some of Amy's classics, for sure. And one more point that I'm just going to point out, let's see how much time I have. Yeah, I have a little minute. Is if you're not familiar with Amy's choreography, or you're new to the Vegas Dance Explosion, I just want to mention why it's worth learning or getting to know Amy Glass. Is number 1, let's see, I have a few reasons here. Number 1, nice. Amy is such a nice person, and I have to say that comes from great upbringing. So that comes from, she's got a great family. Mama Glass, her sister, her dad, they're awesome. So nice, 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 nice. And then what I love is that when Amy met Darren Bailey, is she kept her own original voice, and I think we all wanted to know what would happen. They've done some lovely choreography together, but I'm glad that Amy kept her own voice as a choreographer. And the thing that I think is tops on why you should learn an Amy Glass Bailey dance is that the choreography just flows. Different choreographers speak to different people, but for me, I love the way Amy's choreography just flows out. It just all makes sense and flows. So I think all her choreography is worth learning. And the other clever thing that Amy does is you need to be able to have sort of some steps that are familiar and some steps that are like a little bit different or interesting. And Amy always does a brilliant job with that. The other thing is great music choices. And once you talk to Amy and Darren, both of them make very thoughtful music choices. And I'd say the last reason would be, and what I've always appreciated Amy for, is she's always been a gracious host anytime that she's featured talent, anytime she's a guest at an event. It's always nice when you go to a line dance event to see a instructor that you've admired their choreography and then be able to like dance it on the dance floor with them. Amy has graciously taken a cue from Rachel and Guyton and has stayed on the social dance floor, learned other people's choreography, and then she's even attended other choreographers' dance classes and stayed at the back row and tried to learn things. So thank you, Amy. I've always appreciated that you've graciously stayed on the floor and hosted. And I would say the final reason to learn any of Amy Glass Bailey's dances is when you think about Amy has choreographed, I just looked this up on Copper Knob, I think it was like some 87 dances and 32 have been co-choreographed, which says a lot about her ability to get along with people and her generosity. And really, it's been over 10 years. So when you learn a Amy Glass Bailey dance, it means that a lot of it will have staying power. So I hope you decide to like join Amy at the Vegas Dance Explosion. Try some of these at home, whether you're going to Vegas or not. And I'd love to hear what everyone's favorites are. And it's definitely hard to choose. But Amy, excited to see both you and Darren and everyone else that I hope to see or at least hear on this YouTube video. Please leave your comments. Love to hear from you. And I am off to the airport. We'll see what the next stop brings us. But lovely to talk to you guys. Bye.